How important is your credit score?
Welcome to the Bringing You Home podcast. We're a group of mortgage professionals with no fame and no egos. We do, however, bring 55 plus years of combined mortgage experience and a strong desire to help everyone reach the American dream of a home ownership. All of this while having fun, keeping it simple, and most importantly, bringing you home.
Jen, I see you jiving over there, man. You're just...
I hear that song so much. You would think it would be annoying, but it's not. It really gets me going.
I feel like you think you're at a club.
It does give club vibes.
Does it?
It does.
That's why we picked it initially, right?
Yeah, we did.
We thought it was something. I mean, it's not EDM. It's not the Martinez Brothers, right?
It's not.
No, or in my era, it's not Fatboy Slim.
Yeah, I don't even know who that is. But yes, I'm agreeing with you.
Have you not watched what is on Netflix? It's the Woodstock 1999 documentary.
Mm-mm.
Oh, come on.
Okay, I'm going to add it to my watch list.
Yeah, that is Fatboy Slim's on there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's a great documentary on the whole Woodstock debacle.
Gotcha.
And I think it's kind of scary, actually, to think that I go to festivals and that could happen.
I was going to say, it's pretty scary, honestly, just going. Yeah,
but I mean, I guess it's also about preparation, right? And I don't want to give it away for our 100,000 people in the audience or you, but it speaks to the fact that there is no, when there's no preparation, right? It's hard to be ready or see what's happening or, jump into something and feel comfortable about it. And I think it's the same with mortgages, right?
I was going to say.
I'm going to segue because this is what we talk about. But the segue is if you're prepared from the beginning, you're going to set yourself up for a better experience all the way around.
Right.
And at this point, I think this is episode 5.
Yes.
And we've talked about quite an array of different topics. But before we get started.
And I think all of those fit into that preparation, right? What you're talking about.
They do, right? Getting pre-approved.
Setting a goal for your down payment. Yep.
All of that. And today we are going to talk about
credit score.
Credit score.
That's a little scary.
Right?
Yeah, it is.
And let's talk about credit in general.
Okay.
We got credit score is important. It's indicative of your credit to an extent.
Right.
But in addition to that, it's your overall credit really that we're looking at.
Yes.
And that's what determines that credit score. But before we go there.
Okay.
And before you hit one of those buttons there.
I'm ready.
I want to give a shout out to our guest from last week, JoJo.
Oh, yes.
Right? And if you want earrings and bows and all that kind of stuff, she does a side hustle.
She's so crafty. It's insane.
She's got a side hustle. We'll make sure we put that on IG for her.
Yep.
Her dogs have more followers than we do.
Yes, that's true.
I don't know what that says about us, but it's pretty cool. But she is so crafty, and I think we mentioned that she would be doing this.
Woo!
Right?
Our sign is finally done. I'm so excited. I kind of gave a sneak peek yesterday on Tuesday when I posted a story, but it's finally done. We haven't made the little holes, so it will be hung somewhere. Well, I don't know.
Like the rest of our podcast, it's a last minute thing.
It's a work in progress. It can't all be done at one time.
That is true. So we're going to screw those holes. And hopefully that doesn't get me an E on that.
I was going to say, yeah.
We're going to screw those holes in there, and then we're going to put a little chain.
Yep.
And then we're going to hang it back there. And so the Bringing You Home podcast will be official in the WTF studios.
Yep.
Right. So that's kind of exciting.
Yeah, I'm excited. She did a great job. I could never. You could never. We could only pay somebody to do that.
That is true. But and I know you're doing Sunday polls now.
Right? Oh yes, no, Friday polls. Friday polls
on our social media stuff.
Yep.
I want you to do a poll.
Okay.
I'm just going to give you a little bit here. should we put lights around this or not?
Okay. I will add that to the Fridays poll.
Because I wanted to put greenery around it as well.
Yeah.
And I wanted to spruce it up.
And the problem is that you say you want to do this, but you're not going to do it. You're going to get somebody else to do it.
Yes.
Let's just be honest.
I was going to get JoJo to do it. So anyhow, let's get to it.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm unlocking my phone.
The market update.
So courtesy of CNBC.
Okay.
Courtesy. Have you heard of NBC? They're pretty big, right? CNBC is part of that network. Anyways, courtesy of CNBC, and I'm going to read this here for us all so I get it right. Homebuyer mortgage demand falls 29% since last year as rates surge past 6% on the 30-year mortgage nationwide. That is scary.
That's scary.
Right?
Yeah.
6% is scary. I don't think so, though.
I don't know. It depends how you look at it. If the prices are going down, obviously, interest rates go up.
You're willing to pay 26% on a credit card
to
buy a pair of Nike Air Force Ones.
Not me, though.
Yeah, right.
No.
But
actually, those were a gift.
But you're not willing to pay 6% on a mortgage, which is quite frankly free money when you look at it in comparison to the rest of the world. When I entered the business, rates were at 9%.
Someone said
and
that
so for me,
the other day.
6%, nothing, man. It's easy money. And with the houses coming down,
I think that's where they'll probably get people is with the house prices dropping.
So just a quick segue, right? Again, my job, I believe my job is, and our job is to educate, right? Educate. Look, houses are falling in price. And I think it's a great time to negotiate price too, right?
Because they're sitting on the market longer.
They're sitting on the market. So even though the rate's going up, you can renegotiate that price or negotiate those sellers paying some of that cost to buy down that rate even further and get into a house. We'll always be able to refinance you into a lower rate when the market turns, and it will turn. It's just a matter of time. Can I tell you, like, next week, next month? I don't know. And I was told by a listener. Yeah. No one knows.
No one knows, right?
No one knows. But what I can tell you is just facts. And if you follow the trends, they will go down once we're in a full-blown recession.
Right.
Okay. Just a quick aside. I had a listener actually talk to me, which is crazy.
In person?
In person.
Oh my gosh. Did you give them your autograph?
I didn't. No one wants my autograph. But he said, why don't you look at her when you're talking? And I'm like, well, I am looking at her.
Funny.
Right. So I'm making more of a, I keep looking at you a little bit more than I usually do. Cause I'm just but I told him I'm looking at her on the screen.
Right.
So
it is a little awkward setup.
You think so? I think it's pretty natural because I can see you.
Right. Yeah. I don't know.
But now I'm like, actually now in my mind, I'm like, I'm going to focus and talk to her.
Yeah.
But then you're looking at my, I don't know. Anyhow,
it doesn't work out.
Let's talk about credit. How important is credit to buying a home?
You tell me. That's why you're here.
Well,
to educate.
I'm here to educate. Well, credit is important. So when we talk about credit, a lot of people, the first thing that comes to mind is, this was your segment.
No, this was your segment.
Fico Score.
Oh, Fico Score.
Yeah. So the first thing that comes to mind is Fico Score. And Fico Score is a credit, a number that's given to your credit profile, and it's based on the amount of debt you have,
right? The
balance on how close you are to the high limit on your balance, how many late payments you have. So it's a number. There's a calculation that the credit bureaus utilize. It has nothing to do with us as mortgage lenders, but there's a myriad of things that go into determining your credit score. Most people that come and get pre-qualified or pre-approved and we run their credit, they're like, oh, my credit is good. I almost went into my Spanish there. My reina del sur, español.
It's good. What does good mean?
Bueno. So
no, I know what it means in Spanish.
So good. I mean,
like, what do they mean by that? Like, it's good.
Well, I mean, if you want to be in the top echelon of credit scores, I mean, if you're a 740 and above, you are in a really like I couldn't tell you the exact percentage, but
Right.
in the upper echelon of consumers in the United States. I think on an average, you're probably looking at around 660 to 680 FICO score. And it's still a good credit score. It means you're making your house payments. You may just have too
Right.
much debt. I mean, sorry, not your house payments. You're making your payments. You just may have too much debt.
Right.
Right. Sometimes we see credit scores as low as 580. And it's not because you have bad credit. It might be just that, again, you have too much credit.
Right.
You might have had a late last year. It could be for whatever reason you might have had a collection, right? Typical collections that we see are like utility collections somehow show up. Things happen in life. You get a late payment on a Nordstrom's credit card for you, a TJ Maxx credit card for me. But so things happen, right? Things happen,
right?
And so your credit score goes, and it's based on that. The nice thing about it is that it doesn't preclude you. Do you know what preclude means?
No.
It doesn't stop you
No.
from being able to purchase a home, whether you are at 580, 620, 640, 700, or if you're like that lucky person like Jojo that's over 800, then you're good to go, right? But you can buy a home at any of those levels. The question is, how it affects you is that interest rates
Right.
on various programs are now loosely based on your credit score as well as your loan to value, which we haven't talked about in detail. But credit scores are a very big determining factor.
Yeah.
Right? So
is it more important than income? What do you think?
No, because you can still buy a home.
Okay.
Right.
So what do you think is more important?
Well, I think income is going to ultimately help you qualify for the loan. I think credit score, having good credit or acceptable credit is really the most important part. You don't have to have great credit, but just acceptable credit.
But the income is what gets you.
Yeah. I mean,
further.
if you can have an 800 credit score,
right,
and you can make $1 million, well, then you can buy something cash.
I was going to say,
you can be, you can have a decent income and qualify for a loan. With a 580 credit score or a 600 credit score, you'll still get a loan. But if you have an 800 credit score and no income, right, you're not working.
Yeah.
Then no one's going to lend you money.
Yeah, you're not getting anywhere.
Yeah, this is in 2006 and 2007 when when things were out of control and you could buy a home with just down payment. So I think it is important, but it's not as important as income. Okay. Now,
thank you.
But it's important because it affects your payment.
Right.
So the higher higher credit score, the better opportunity to get a better credit score.
No.
I mean, sorry, a better payment. Because your interest rate is going to be better.
Right.
So I think there is a correlation there. Obviously, you want to try to maintain credit in good standing because it's going to strengthen your file.
Right.
But I think what I want people to understand before they shut us off, don't be scared, right? Don't be scared about thinking your credit score is so bad. I told a story about, I don't know if it was in last week's podcast about my 4-hour interview.
Oh, yes.
Was
last
it?
week.
Yeah. By the way, I've had a follow-up 2-hour interview there, but that goes without saying. But that client started off by saying, my credit's it's not very good.
No bueno.
No es muy bueno. And I said, well, everyone tells me that. And then we run the credit. And sometimes it's no bueno.
Yeah, I was going to say.
But most of the time, it's actually better than they think, right? And so, nice. Again, his credit score was extremely high.
Yeah, I remember you said that.
You just never know. You just never know. Now, conversely, I've had clients who said, "Oh, my credit is
excellent,
immaculate," and then you run it and it's like 400. And as an aside, if you're at 400, probably not going to let you borrow.
Right.
Because again, your credit score is indicative to an extent on your credit worthiness. Now, what if you don't have credit?
Ooh.
Right?
Yeah.
So if you don't have a credit score or any credit, does that keep you from purchasing a home?
I would say yes.
No, of course not. You can create alternative credit. Right? We can help establish alternative credit, and that would take you into a manual underwriting situation. So you wouldn't go through an automated system. But in those cases, we're looking at different things. How are you making your rent payment? How, are you
So there
employed?
is
Doing
a
those
way.
kind of- So there's obviously a way.
There's
Um,
always a way.
there is always a way, and there's always some sort of program available to you. So don't be discouraged if you don't have credit. But if you did,
Or if it's low.
But if we did what I told you a couple episodes ago, and you got pre-approved before
Then you're
you went
good to
out,
go.
then your loan officer would have not only told you what your options are, but they also would have put you on a path and told you, hey, go get a small credit card at Home Depot, buy yourself a bucket for $12.99,
And
pay it off, and then shred that card, and that'll help bring
Shred
your
that
credit card, right? So, I mean, there's ways about it. And even if you have a credit,
And-
go ahead. Sorry.
I think that's the good thing is that once you go with the lender and they run your credit, they can help you on a path and put you on a path to getting your credit score.
It's what we started this podcast with, preparation, right?
Yeah,
It's
preparation.
preparation.
It's all about preparation.
It is all about preparation. And if you, let's say you have a 670 credit score and you're like, dang it, I want a 700 because I want to be able to get a better cost on my rate.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's your loan officer, at least our loan officers have the ability to utilize a system that will give you some feedback through the credit company that we utilize as to how to best increase that credit card. If you pay this credit card to this loan amount, to this amount,
Mm-hmm.
or if you pay this one off, there's a probability that your credit score will go up. And we've seen that it can go up by 2 points and it can go up by 80 points.
Well, that's good. That's awesome.
And that helps out quite a bit too, right? So,
and then you can lower that rate.
And
that payment.
There
you go. I learned something new. Jojo, did you learn anything new? Awesome.
She said always.
Yeah.
Jen won't give her a mic. But that's
okay. We could share. Come over here.
So, I mean, in a nutshell, that's credit, right? That's credit. But
so it's not as scary as we think.
It's not as scary as we think, but the world does revolve around credit to an extent, right?
Right.
And so I think it's important. If you do have credit, make your payments.
Yeah.
That's number one. Number two, don't roll those credit cards up to the max. It's always important to try to have a small balance, but not
right.
The more max
usage.
Credit cards you have, the worse your credit score tends to become.
Right.
So, but I'm going to leave you with this before you hit us with the office update.
Okay.
Right.
What?
Don't be scared of credit. There's always around it.
Right.
And it may not mean you can buy today, but talk to your local loan expert, right? Call us and we'll walk you through how to prepare yourself within a given time frame, how we can make that credit be better within a given time frame so that you are ready to purchase a home. What do you think?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good. Are you happy today?
I think our listeners are gonna enjoy this episode.
You think so?
And because it was super informative, especially even to me. I know someone asked a question about this, so I hope you're listening and I hope that you got the information that you needed.
If not, call Jennifer.
DM us, whatever.
All of that good stuff. Yeah. Jennifer, why don't you share JoJo's posts or social media handles if anyone wants to buy bows or.
Okay. It's at Nina Jojo Bows. Oh, JoJo's. So it's Nina NinaJojosBOWS.
Dang. She does these cool keychain holders. She does bows. She does
earrings now.
Holiday earrings that I've seen
bows
around the office from everybody.
Yeah.
She does all kinds of cool stuff. So, and I'm sure she can do some one-off stuff like signs if you need it too. So, but reach out and then just stalk her friends and you'll find some pictures of dogs and those are her dogs. And they got more followers than everybody else.
Yes. Everyone combined.
I still can't believe that. Jesus. So Jojo, thank you for everything you've done. And she's our social media person, right? So everything that you see on social media, she even came out with a schedule. Yeah. I saw yesterday that I kind of screwed up already because I wasn't ready to go.
Yeah.
But she's on top of it. She's getting this going. Jen.
Are you ready?
Are you first off?
Oh, can I say something?
I guess.
Okay, thanks. Tomorrow is the first day of fall. Did you know that?
What does that mean?
Oh God. With pumpkin spice lattes all.
man. Dude, at
all
Costco,
month
there's
long.
Christmas ornaments already. It's like it never ends.
Yeah, that's true.
You know?
Only 14 more weeks till Christmas. Is it 14?
Why do you even know that?
Sorry, I don't know. I saw a post yesterday.
So let's get
It
to
was like 6 weeks for
more
Halloween.
important.
What?
Dak Prescott or Cooper Rush?
Oh, Cooper Rush.
Right? Turn your season around. Dak, if you're
Oh my
listening, I'm
gosh.
sorry.
And you were at the Raider game. Were you disappointed?
I'm always
Did you leave?
disappointed.
Yeah, that's true. Did you leave when you thought they were going to win, or you waited till the end?
I waited till then.
Aw,
Yes.
so supportive
I
you
was
are.
disappointed. But my fantasy team win, so I'm all right. Thanks,
Okay.
Josh Allen.
Well,
All right. Let's hit that.
Office update.
for this week, I really don't have much. We did do happy hour yesterday, which I know people have been coming for me because I said I'm going to cut happy hour off. I only had one drink and it was for a good cause because one of our coworkers, Melissa, is leaving us, which we are sad about, even though we're close friends. So I'm not that sad because I'm going to see her all the time, but we are sad that she's leaving us. We wish her well in her new endeavor. And on Friday, we're doing a end of summer bash with everyone. So
We
I'm super
are.
excited for that. And just to close off the summer, it's been a long, hot summer.
And
what else?
Melissa
Melissa.
has already told me that she's coming to every event that we have,
Yeah.
whether she's an employee or not. So
So she's really not going to be gone.
so she's
just
not,
the 9 to 5 part.
she's not leaving, right? She's not leaving. So
Well,
but we are gonna miss Melissa. Hopefully she
yes.
still at least listens to us, and we wish her well.
I know. I hope she still.
She's got a great opportunity,
Yes.
and so
we're really happy for her.
we are extremely happy for her. Join us next week.
Yep.
I'm hoping that we can have a couple of loan officers join us, or at least one.
Yeah.
Here on set at the Bringing You Home podcast, WTF Studios.
That's a long name.
Social media by JoJo, all of that stuff.
All of the above.
Maybe she'll even bring her dogs. But so our hope is, again, I think I'm hoping to have a special loan officer here who's doing a great job to share a little bit about what's going on in the market. So it'll be his market update.
Awesome.
Or her market update.
I'm excited.
And join us, and please continue to subscribe.
Yes, on YouTube.
I hear you millennials don't want to subscribe, but try to subscribe because it makes us feel like we're worthy.
Yes.
Right? A little bit worthy.
Yeah.
So thank you all for listening. And
don't forget to follow us on Instagram and TikTok, Bringing You Home Podcast. I forgot.
We're losing it, guys. We're losing it here.
I need some lunch. All right. That's it for this week.
Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Talk to you soon.
Thank you all for tuning in. Glad we were able to provide you with some useful information while bringing a little joy to your lives. Like, subscribe, and share on all social media platforms. We want to interact with you by answering your questions and having you as part of the community. We look forward to bringing you home.